Welcome to another episode of Discover St. Cloud, Florida. I'm Kristen McCary, and I'm here with your host,
Janine Corcoran, broker for Corcoran Connect, a real estate company.
And we have another business spotlight this month.
So yeah, I love doing the business spotlights. It's so fun to get to know the business owners and being local in St. Cloud. I love it.
Yep. And so who do we have for this month?
So this month we have George Sterner, and he is the owner of Brightway Insurance, and they are located at 1451 East Earl of Bronson, right there past Narcoossee Road. So if you want to go, you're on Narcoossee Road, you would head in towards St. Cloud. So you're heading west, and they're right there on the right. There's a little
right before
strip mall.
Wawa, the two little plazas with the red roofs.
Yep. So it's a great location.
Yep.
And so I really enjoyed talking to George. He can be quite funny. So do you want to shoot over to the...
Yeah, let's check out the interview.
Hey everyone, I have the honor to sit here and talk to a local business owner in St. Cloud, Florida, and his name is George Sterner. So George, tell us how long you've owned your business, Brightway Insurance?
Well, I've been in business right here in St. Cloud for 14 years. Brightway Insurance, the Sterner Agency. It's kind of hard to believe. I've seen some definite market changes, but I'm really happy to be where I'm at.
I didn't realize you were in business for 14 years.
Yeah.
Were you always in that same location?
I've been in two locations. I used to be on Canoe Creek Road right by the tavern over there, but then moved over here to 192, have a little better traffic and all that stuff.
You're right near where I get my nails done, so.
Yep, I'm in the Rockers Lockers Plaza.
Yes, absolutely. So how did you get started in this business, and why did you choose this business?
That's a good question. Never in a million years did I think insurance would be my career, but it's definitely become my career. I was in the construction industry in 2008 when the market started to really downturn. It was my stepdad, Tony Barletta, who came to me and said, "Hey, George, you ought to look at insurance. It's a recession-proof industry." And by the way, I found this company called Brightway that just started up. In Brightway, I was agency number 25, and now we are the largest private brokerage firm in the United States.
I didn't know
So
that.
it's a very, very large personal lines agency, and I was one of the first agencies when it just got started.
Wow, that's really an honor. So for people who don't know who George is, you know, and you can talk about whatever, tell us who George is.
All right, I'm George Sterner. I'm a family man first. I'm a business person. I'm really involved in the community. I love the outdoors. I hunt and fish and just spend a lot of time with my family and friends. Try and live good quality life.
No, that's awesome. Is there a top product that Brightway has? I don't know if that's a correct, what I'd be asking you in your insurance industry.
It is. It's a good question because insurance is a very broad spectrum, and my bread and butter is definitely home insurance.
Okay.
I can compete with anybody in the market in home insurance. My claim to fame has always kind of been I have every home insurance company that's right in business in the state.
How many are there?
Oh, we've had as many as 57 to 60, and now it's less because you know what? The market's changed.
Yeah.
Some of those companies that I've had the whole time I've been in business
I'm not writing anymore.
They're gone.
Why is that? Why does that happen? It's just because of insurance?
Well, what happens is people find loopholes in a policy and ways to make claims where people can get money. For example, when I first started, it was stucco cracks. Private adjusters would go around to people and say, "Hey, I saw a stucco crack on your house. There's money in those stucco cracks. If you make a sinkhole claim,
On a stucco crack?
you can receive money from your insurance policy." Well, so many people started making these claims. The state had to step in and change a statute just to make it so it didn't kill the insurance industry.
Similar to what's happening with the roofs.
I was just going to say, fast forward to today, the roof situation, that is what has put us in this horrible situation we're in right now.
It saddened me because I saw, being in real estate, I saw that coming. I kept saying, our insurance is going to go up. I see these roofers knocking on doors and whatnot. And my neighbor 2 doors down, he put his roof on, paid for it out of his pocket. We put our roof on, paid for it out of his pocket. You know what I mean? But I knew something was going to happen. I just kept seeing it slowly, these roofs. I was like, uh-oh, there's something going on here.
Yeah, it's been a tough thing. And I used to be able to say, here I am in Central Florida. I got 57 home insurance companies that want to write your home. Now, if your home has got just a little bit of age to it, now I say I'm one of the only companies that has Citizens which used to be a dirty word.
Yeah.
You know, that's our state-run insurance company, but at this point, it's about the only option you have.
I know. And
So
the prices aren't cheap on that.
No, they're not cheap, and it's not an easy process to go through to get the policy, but when there's nothing else to get, sometimes that's what you got to do.
Yeah. No, absolutely. We look at that too when we were helping buyers buy houses right away. If the house is built in, 2005, we're like, all right, we have to check and see if the roof's been.
Right.
And just because an owner has the insurance policy at a certain price, if the new buyer comes in, doesn't mean he's going to get that, even if he goes with the same company.
Oh, there's a huge chance they won't get the same price, not even close.
Yep.
Especially in today's market.
Yep. No, it's a problem. So, so I want to focus on St. Cloud for a little bit.
Okay.
So what made you decide to move to St. Cloud, Florida?
It's kind of funny. When I was in that building industry, because I'm such an avid outdoorsman, I had a great place to hunt in St. Cloud. And St. Cloud is one of those places that still is country and small town, and a big part of our life here in St. Cloud and in Osceola County is the cattlemen and the ranches and all that stuff that's here. And a lot of people don't know about that, but that's one of the reasons I'm here, because I've hunted here for a long time. I've met really good friends and built good relationships here in that side of the world. So that's one of the biggest reasons I'm here.
And how long have you lived here then?
14 years.
Oh, is that
ever
as long
since
as
I
that?
started the business.
Wow. What would you say to someone that might be considering to call St. Cloud their home? Like,
It's a great place to be. I think there's some really undiscovered places. One of them is Harmony. I mean, you know tons about Harmony. You are Miss Harmony, but I told my father-in-law and my uncle when they wanted to come here, I said, hey, you got this place called Harmony. It's got an unbelievable golf course. It gets hardly any play. There's wildlife everywhere.
yeah, that's true.
I mean, everywhere. It's just completely built around nature, and it's just a great place to be. So I think that's a kind of good highlight of St. Cloud.
Yeah. So aside from your business, what is the one place that you would recommend someone who's never been to St. Cloud, and you say, you know what, if you're here in St. Cloud, you have to go to or go see or go eat or whatever it might be.
Yeah.
Where was that one place to go? Not Harmony.
Our little downtown, I think, has gotten really cool. We've got some nice places to eat. We've got some good places to drink. Finally, we've been looking for that forever. And the lakefront, of course. I mean, the lakefront is beautiful.
I know.
You want to go catch a good sunset, even eat a good meal, Krabby Bill's is a great place to go.
Do you know they have a sunset cruise every other Friday?
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
see?
I was surprised about that. That's really nice. And so, like you said, there's some great restaurants and they do that market once a month.
Yeah, the outdoor stuff, again, is huge. I mean, a lot of people are really into boating and airboating, and the chain of lakes right here is a big deal.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Well, I appreciate you taking the time to sit and talk with me. I wanted everyone to know, that you're a local. We're trying to just do local business owners, and you're also an advertiser in the Harmony Life magazine, which we all appreciate.
Yeah, thank you.
And, I get my insurance through you. I'm always calling Mark.
He's the best.
I'll have to tag him in this video.
Yeah, one thing that's unreal about my team, we've got Mark, he's the #1 Brightway agent in Central Florida and has been for over 10 years. And I built a support team around him. In fact, the young lady who supports Mark and is his assistant now was Brightway's first agent ever.
No.
Her name is Crystal McKinney, and she was the first Brightway employee up in Jacksonville when it all started.
How did you get her down here?
When I first started my agency out of the building industry, we became friends and she helped me. She used to help me when I didn't really know what was going on. And when it came time for her to want a little more family time, I had a good opportunity for her and we picked her up. And I picked up another young lady, same situation, was from our home office, has tons of training, has been in insurance for a long time. We picked her up too. Her name's Brandy. So I think that's a really important thing that we have, especially in today's market. We've got tons of experience and our people know exactly what to do in any insurance situation.
Well, I'm going to switch away from insurance. I know I was going to end the video, but I just thought of something. So going back to who George is, do you want to mention anything about what we just talked about before we started recording, your videos that you're doing?
Oh yeah, I've got a second business going here in St. Cloud. It's called Stern Dog Hunts. And Stern Dog Hunts is a quail hunting operation, also hog hunting. And it's called, the real theme there is passing on the legacy. And what I mean by that is I'm really into passing on the outdoor situation to youth. You know, my kids, I'm bringing them up in the outdoors. I'm having them do things that other kids may not do. They're not sitting at home playing video games and watching TV. They're outside doing stuff, do the same stuff in athletics. I mean, they're really involved in that. I coach athletics as well. But Stern Dog Hunts, not only do we appeal to youth, but we work with Wounded Warrior Outdoors, who is an unbelievable organization that helps our warriors that got wounded in battle and are missing limbs. We take them hunting. We have great experiences, and that's a really neat thing. And it goes all the way to maybe there's a guy my age or older that hasn't been in the outdoors. Well, I'd love to pass that on to him. That's what I do. I teach people how to have fun and experience the outdoors in a really positive way.
I'm still waiting for that hunting trip.
I'm ready. Let's go. Let's go.
Thank you, George.
You're very welcome. Thank you, Janine.
All right.
That's great. That was an awesome interview with George, and you know, he had a lot of fun things to say. And
I love talking to George. We've really gotten to know him over the years, and we use Brightway. So, you know, and I like it because they could shop other insurance companies and could try to get you the best rate.
right.
And so, do you shop insurance every year?
I do typically once a year, not every renewal policy, just because that's too much. But I do. I use an insurance broker that will shop my rate for, you know, for my auto policy and stuff like that. So
Yeah. I never did that. I was with State Farm for 30-something years, and then I don't know, we just started shopping rates every year. So we do that. We do that. But we love Brightway and love George, and we love the interview. Thank you so much, George. And
Yep. You can reach George where their Facebook is Brightway Insurance, the Sterner Agency, and their website is
Brightway Insurance, St. Cloud at stcloud.com.
Awesome. And definitely be sure to give them a call if you want to shop your insurance rates, which I mean, honestly, like they've been great at getting people covered for a lot of things. So definitely give them a call if you have any insurance concerns. You know, I know rates are going up for everything. So give them a call, have them shop around. It's nice to have that option, right?
Yep, absolutely. And how can they reach us?
So if you want to, if you'd like to be featured as a St. Cloud business, go ahead and give us shoot us an email at discoverstcloud@gmail.com.
Or you can call us at 1-844-St. Cloud. That's STCLOUD.
And if you have any questions or comments, go ahead and leave them down below. Shoot us an email, send us a smoke signal, let us know that you're listening. Thanks so much for joining us this week. We'll see you in the next episode.